Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good afternoon to all of you today, to our distinguished panel. We really appreciate you being here today. Appreciate you coming to testify on how we can ensure maximum capability of lethality and for our ground pounders and providing them with the resources and systems needed to meet present and future battlefield challenges. Despite my own biases, I'm always impressed with the Army's ability to adapt, improvise, and overcome in the face of emerging threats and the changes in the character of warfare. Even if your mission briefs are extensively long for my taste, I've always enjoyed my time cross-training with the Army, and I mean that sincerely. I spent some time with the 10th Mountain and 101st, and actually was just with them in Poland recently also, so that was kind of a treat. Honorable Mr. Bush, I'm intrigued by the coming implementation of the next generation squad automatic weapon. I understand it has a 6.8 millimeter round, which I'm a little bit concerned that NATO isn't going to be compatible with that, and I hope we grow that presence in NATO allies and other allies around the world just because it is an effective killing machine, and I think it'll do well. With that said, I was a little surprised that we didn't have similar funding for the M4 carbine mod program for the Army's fiscal year 24 budget request, just knowing that it helps with the grouping and the lethality of that weapon system, which is going to be around for about another 15 years, really, by my estimates anyways. I was just hoping that we could work together to make that happen in the future, and if you see that it's a need for the Army.
So, sir, if I could start and defer to General Rainey to talk about just how we envision a mix of weapons. From an acquisition standpoint, yes, the Next Generation Squad weapon, it's one of our first efforts, actually, where we went from rapid prototyping to rapid fielding, did it dramatically faster than we've done some past firearms programs. From an acquisition standpoint, it's quite innovative. That being said, your point's well taken, sir. It's not for the entire Army, but it is for a very good reason we are developing it. And if I could turn to General Rainey to talk about our overall plan.
If you wouldn't mind addressing the M4 carbine mod specifically, that'd be great. Thanks.
Thank you, Congressman. Thank you, Mr. Bush. The M4 carbine is also an awesome weapon system that has served us well and is part of our enduring category of equipment going forward. And as you said, will be with us for a long time. So continuing to improve the M4 is something that is in the best interest of everybody and would be one of our objectives. The next-gen squad weapon system, if I could offer at your convenience, Congressman, to come over in a classified and show you the reason that we believe that is a requirement. But we don't take adding a new caliber round lightly, and we've done the wraparound thinking about training and facilities, ranges, training ammo, and do that very deliberately. And I'd like the opportunity to follow up with you if you're interested.
Absolutely, and I hope we'll address the mods on the M4 carbines as well, because I think that's important to have that once again dialed in so we can have the best weapon system moving forward for the next decade or so.
Yes, sir, absolutely.
Fantastic. Also, I want to address I'm going to call it the 91783 heavy dump truck, which I'll now refer to just as a heavy dump truck because that's a lot of words. One of the workhorses of the Georgia National Guard, I know, and of the Army, but seems to be severely underfunded and undermanned. I mean, we have, I think, by my estimates, 436 heavy dump trucks, which leaves it about 686 short of what we requested, which means we have less than half of what we really want moving forward. Just wondering how we're going to address that need going forward in our budget requests and how we're going to sustain our future fleets.
Thank you for that, Congressman. We do have a modernization pathway for our heavy dump trucks. We are proceeding at a measured pace, procuring 36 in our current budget request with a projection to continue with that pace in 25, where we'll reevaluate our precise direction and our trajectory from that point. We still have a full fleet of M917A1s and A2s. We do know and acknowledge that the fleet age is becoming a point of interest to us, and our current focus is to fill the shortage of 145 dump trucks across all components of our Army, which this current budget request does complete for us. And then we will, in the future President's budget, address sustainable modernization pathway once we've reached our full AAO.
I'll look forward to working with you in that, both in the committee and subcommittee. Thank you. And with that, I yield. I'm over time.